he likes to play mind games, and he always trying to get an edge on whoever, his opponents, whatever. I don't care if I'm his friend, whatever.
Like, bro, you been regular all game. Shot. Get to the spot, shot fake, spin, pivot over here, spin back on the foot, drop it off the glass. I'm like, bro, what's going on?
They don't talk about Kobe Bryant like they talk about anyone else. Not because of the championships, not because of the points, but because of the way he approached the game. This isn't just a story about a basketball player. It's a story about discipline, about sacrifice, about what happens when talent meets an unbreakable will. This is what made Kobe Bryant great.
So how old were you when you guys met?
I think I was 18,
yeah, I was
he was 19.
Right, because you're a year ahead.
Yep.
Yeah, this is when I knew, okay, he likes to play mind games, and he always trying to get an edge on whoever, his opponents, whatever. I don't care if I'm his friend, whatever.
Right.
So, right, I told him, I said, I'm about to go work out. And he was like, what are you going to work out for? You're in the off season, like, you don't need to work out. And I'm looking at him like, okay. So, all right, go back to my room, change.
Take it easy.
Chill for a minute. I go to the weight room. Who's in there? This dude. This dude. And I'm looking like, what? Okay. So I had to start taking notes like, this dude right here. So he's always going to have an edge on somebody.
He had a hard time understanding what sarcasm was. I was just being sarcastic.
Already had a year in the league, taking advantage of a young boy, you know.
And when you ask the legends what separated Kobe from everyone else, they all point to the same thing. It wasn't the talent, it was the mindset, the refusal to be outworked, outprepared, or outlasted. And the first person to see it up close saw it from the very beginning.
Anybody know Cole? Cole respects you if you a dog and you gonna go at him.
You go back at it.
And that's when Cole started to respect me, when he realized, like, I'm not backing down. And it's not that attention, it's just who I am. I mean, me and Cole, we got into a little tussle in the All-Star game a little bit, and I ended up hitting him the wrong way and he broke his nose.
That was the first time I've ever seen that.
But I'm gonna tell you the thing. Okay, so after All-Star break, we got the Lakers about like 3 games after the break.
Yes, he got the mask on.
He got the mask on. So but you know what? I called him, you know, I'm not didn't maliciously do it. I called him and I said, yo, Cole. He was like, bro, I love it. I'm like, you what? He's like, I love it. I see you in a couple of days. I'm like, oh, this, oh, snap. And when he gave it to me too, boy.
When the game shifted to the world stage, the intensity didn't fade, it multiplied. Practices became battles, no cameras, no crowd, just pride. And one player remembers how Kobe set the tone, not with speeches, but with work.
I'd like to share a lesson I learned from him. It was 2008. The Redeem team was formed. And we were in Vegas for the start of training camp, and we were getting ready for the Olympics in Beijing. We're going to head to Beijing. And I wanted to establish myself as a young leader on the team by waking up bright and early, day one. So the goal was to be the first one at breakfast. So I set my alarm. I make sure I'm up by sunrise. I get out of bed, I put on my gear, and I head downstairs. But when I get there, Kobe's already there, with ice packs on his knees, drenched in sweat. Now, it took me a minute to figure it out, but this guy wasn't only awake before me, he had already worked out. He had just played in the finals days earlier. Meanwhile, I'd been off for months and I was still exhausted. What he had done that morning was incomprehensible to me. That dedication he had only days after falling short of an NBA championship. That taught me something I've never forgotten. Legends aren't defined by their successes. They're defined by how they bounce back from their failures. And that's what I hope to communicate to anyone watching this, especially the kids.
Not everyone saw Kobe from the outside. Some had to guard him. They felt the pressure in every cut, every move designed to punish mistakes. And one defender remembers how Kobe didn't just attack the defense, he tested your will.
In my head, all I'm thinking of is when I have this conversation with my brother after the game, how I'm gonna tell him how I stole a ball from Kobe, how I stripped Kobe before he was gonna take a shot, how I drove by Kobe and got a dunk. Like, I'm thinking about all these things in my head. I'm like so geek. Fourth quarter starts. And Kobe said, "You had a great game."
Oh my God.
Look, I swear I looked at the clock like, oh God. But I'm looking like, nigga, it's 12 minutes. What you talking about? Like, what was that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't said nothing the whole game. I've been talking shit. I done stole the ball. I'm hyped as hell. It's Kobe Bryant. He ain't said not one word to me. Great game, young fella. Locked in. The man come down. You remember he came shot fake, threw it off the glass, caught it, threw it to the corner. I'm like, bro, what you on? Like, bro, you been regular all game. Shot, get to the spot, shot fake, spin, pivot over here, spin back on the foot, drop it off the glass. I'm like, bro, what's going on? Then he pulled up from like 35 feet on some Steph Curry shit before Steph was doing that. He pulled up and laced it. I'm like, they called a timeout. Dan Tony looking at me. I'm like, bro, I'm like, bro, I guard everything, bro. Nah, bro, I guarded the first two moves. He ain't supposed to have a third counter like that. Like, bro, I stopped the first one, stopped the second one, bro. The third one wasn't on the film. It wasn't on the film, bro. I don't know what that is.
I never seen that before.
Yeah, I thought that was a travel. His feet shouldn't even be able to move. Like, that was great footwork, Coach.
I just can't do it.
Coach, my vote.
Before the world understood who Kobe was becoming, someone was already watching the habits, the extra hours, the silence, the obsession with getting better when no one was around. They didn't see a star yet. They saw a warning.
Cole was crazy, man. We played just a crazy story. We played the Spectrum, and the next day they were supposed to destroy the Spectrum. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, back in the day.
Spectrum was a dark, it was a great place to shoot in because it was dark and the rim is orange, so it popped, so you can see everything. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I remember playing. I had a decent game. It's about April, so we're going home. We ain't making no playoffs. My first year, I had a better second half than first half, and I come in. I had to do some press. I come in. And, the locker room going crazy, it's just everywhere, the equipment guys picking up stuff, people getting in the shower, it's going like this. So I saw a kid sitting in my seat, and I thought maybe, somebody's son in the locker room, they got, and he just sitting there. I said, "What's up, young fella? Let me get right here." And he was like, "What's up, yo? What's up?" And I'm Kobe Bryant, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to come to the league. And I had just walked in the locker room, so I was like, who the fuck son is? I'm like, who the fuck son is this? So he was like, no. I'm Kobe Bryant. What's up, yo? Adapting. I was like, all right, yo, basically get your ass out my seat. I ain't saying like that, but I was like, let me get right here. So he was like, oh, my fault. And then he sat in the, JR seat, because me and JR he sat right here. So he was just like, yo, how is it out there, yo? I'm watching it. It looks fast. He was just, his eyes he was so intense on just wanting to know the next level and what it was like. And I was like, hold on, nigga, ain't your dad in the league, nigga? Your dad. Nah, I'm talking to you. And we sat there, and Flip let us talk for like 2 hours. When the bus was like supposed to leave in like an hour, he let me and him talk. And I was like, for me, it was like this. I had to do this and I had to do that. He was just, wasn't even talking back, was just nodding his head like, yeah, I'm coming, yo, I'm coming. I'm telling you right now, I'm coming, nigga. Cool, I'll see you, nigga. Yeah, I'm but we both talking like in a, yeah.
Great coaches don't look for talent first. They look for trust. In that gym, surrounded by the best players in the world, one man earned it immediately, and the coach who led them all saw exactly who Kobe was.
We're meeting as a staff 2 days before we start practice. There's a knock on the door, and it's Kobe's 2 days early. And he says, "Coach, can I talk to you?" And so I go out, and we're in a room, and he says, "I need for you to do me a favor." And I'm saying, I hope he's not gonna leave, or my heart is. But he says something. He says, "Coach, I want to guard the best perimeter player on every team that we play." And then he stops, Rex. He stops, and his eyes. He and Jordan have no eyes ever like those two guys.
Right.
And he leans forward and he said, "And I promise you, I'll destroy him." And I wanted to pull out a contract right there, sign it.
Right.
And
you know what, Kobe? You'll owe me, but I'll grant you that. There's your fade.
And so the other thing is, he believed in moments. He dreamed of moments. A lot of kids don't, when you're off the court, dream of being on the court in moments. He did that. He knew that at some time he would guard Ginobili. That's what he was doing. He's getting prepared to guard Ginobili.
Kobe Bryant didn't just leave behind highlights. He left behind a standard, a reminder that greatness isn't accidental. It's chosen every single day. The legends don't remember him for what he said. They remember what he demanded from the game and from himself. Long after the final buzzer, long after the banners stopped rising, the mindset remains. Because greatness doesn't retire, it gets passed on. And Kobe made sure of that.